OCO, my name is Robert Lewis. We're at the Cherokee National History Museum today, and I'm at Tahlequah, Oklahoma, here to tell you a story. At one time, there was a beautiful girl inside a town and village, and she was so pretty, all the young men wanted her as their wife. But she was picky. There's nothing wrong with being picky. Women should be picky. You guys gotta man up, try to impress that girl. But she was sitting there and she would say no to each one of them. She wanted somebody special. She kept telling her mother. Her mother would say, what about that hunter? He just brought this big deer. She said, no, I want somebody special. What about this one? Brought a big bear over here. I want somebody special. The warriors would gather together and says, I can't impress that girl. I brought a big bear, nothing. I brought a big deer, nothing. Some guy says, I got the biggest catfish in the world. Maybe she likes fish. Takes it in there. That didn't work either. There was one guy off to the side and he was shy. And this shy young man was sitting there looking and thinking, oh, I wish I could get her attention. I wish I could do something to impress her. But he was so shy and so attracted to this girl that whenever he saw her, he would bump into a tree if he was walking. He would look at her and wouldn't think where he's going. He'd trip over a rock. The other people in the town and village knew about him and thought, look, there's that boy, watch, he's gonna bump in that tree. Look, ooh, that hurt. Because he would stare at that pretty girl. One time that pretty girl came up to him when he was getting a drink of water, happened to ask him a question. He turned to see who it was and then began to choke. So he was sitting there and he realized this isn't gonna work. He decides maybe I should just leave this town, go someplace else where I won't see her again. But as he thought about it even more, but I have to see her. I'm in love. And so he leaves and goes off by the riverbank. He's sitting beside the riverbank and he's actually crying. He says, I wish I could get her attention. I wish she could be my wife. I wish I could get what I want. And he hears a little voice say, so do I. And he turns and looks down. And there's a little mole sitting there saying, you're by my house. You're crying. You're making all this noise. I'm trying to sleep. What's wrong with you? The young man says, I'm in love. And the little mole says, yeah, you got it pretty bad, I can tell. What's bothering you? He says, this girl, I love her, I want her as my wife. And the mole sits there and thinks, have you tried the medicine people? He says, yes, I have. I went to one, he gave me a potion, told me to wear it around my body. It smelled so good, but the bad thing is all the bees are attracted to me and they chased me through the village. Another medicine person, I went to them, got potion in my hair. It kind of smelled bad, but when I came walking up, it got worse on it. It smelled like a dead fish and I had to wash it in the water. Scared both her and her mother. I don't know what to do. And the mole says, I know what to do. You come back here and get me about midnight, okay? You know where she lives, sleeps? He says, yes, I know where the family is. You come get me at midnight. I gotta make a potion for you. The young man says, I don't wanna try any more potions. The mole says, this one won't work. It's love potion, love magic for you. And so he says, I guess I've got nothing else to try. So he walks off, he leaves. The mole goes back into his house. About midnight, he comes back. That mole is sitting there stirring, blowing on some mixture, puts it in a little pouch, says, pick me up, take me to your village. Takes the mole to the village. They walk in, it's dark. He's looking around and says, where's she at? She lives in that house over there. They go to that house and the mole says, put me down. He says, here, drink this. The young man does, go. He says, oh, I feel strange. Oh, he sits there, my head's spinning. What'd you do? What'd you give me to drink? Wow, that tree's growing huge. You're the size of a bear. And the mole says, nope, you shrunk. I shrunk you down. You're little like me, like the little people. Here, we're gonna go inside. I got another potion to take for you, but I'm gonna take this one. I just want you to hold open the back. They go inside, and the mole says, is that her? She goes, yes, she's over there sleeping. And she was sleeping like this. Drool hanging out. And the mole goes, that's her? Okay. So the mole walks up forward, comes up there and says, I'm drinking this potion. Hold open this pouch. Whatever happens, don't say anything. Don't do anything. You'll break the spell and you'll lose her. The mole drinks this potion. Go. And the mole turns into vapor like smoke. Goes up and gets breathed in by that girl. Young man sitting there holding a pouch and looking. After a little while, the girl turns back over. Coughs. Smoke comes back out, lands, begins to form into the feet and the body of that mole, and the young man sitting there. The mole's holding something. When the smoke appears, it's that young girl's heart that's beating. Puts it in that potion, closes it up, and puts the hand on that guy's face because he's like this. More potions, go outside. And they go outside. When they get outside, gives another potion for that young man to drink. He drinks it, grows tall again, Mole said, pick me up, and they carry him off. When they get out of the village and some distance away, the young man can finally start to speak. He said, I don't believe what you did. You took her heart, it's in his back, I feel it, it's pumping. What did you do? Mole says, I got you her heart. You're gonna wear this around your neck. It's gonna be right beside her. Next morning, she's gonna wake up. She won't wake up, she has no heart. Nope, next morning she wakes up, her heart's near you. She's gonna come find you. She'll be your love. But she's never gonna leave your side. You better be ready for that. The young man takes the mole back to his house and says, is this true? Is this really gonna happen? Mole says, I guarantee it. You just wait. The young man goes back home. He's laying there, but he can't sleep that night. He's still worried. He can feel that heart beating. It's just freaking him out. He finally decides, I need to tell them. This is just something I shouldn't do. So he gets up the next morning, starts to walk outside. When he comes outside, that girl has come out and she's walking by her mother saying, Mother, I feel so strange. There's something wrong. And the woman says, well, let's go see the medicine person. What's wrong? He says, something missing inside my heart, something I need. And then she sees that young man standing over there. I need him. And she ran right towards him, threw his arms around him. He's sitting there looking at her in shock, says, I don't know what it is about you. I just want to be right beside you. Can I stay right beside you? What are you doing today? Are you going fishing? Are you going hunting? What are you doing today? And he's just looking at her going, oh my gosh, I got the woman I love. Everybody else in the village is shocked because they saw this young woman deny everybody. Now she's standing over by this shy young man. They get married, and when they get married, the warriors come up to him. What did you do? What did you do? How did you impress her? He says, the mole has the most powerful magic. The medicine people hear this and say, no, our magic worked. And the mole says, no. The mole says your magic didn't work at all. But now I got the girl of my dreams. And she's sitting there hanging on and just smiling, and they go walking off. The medicine people look at each other. Let's go find that mole. And they pick up sticks. Let's get rid of that mole. He's going to take away all our business. And they go running off into the woods. The warriors go to try to help find this mole too because they want that love potion. The mole's sitting there and he hears a bunch of thunder and looks and sees a bunch of warriors come over and says, oh my gosh, he told him. He goes digging underneath the ground. He keeps digging around underneath the ground. They're saying, mole, where you at? Come on up. Come on. We want that love potion. Come on out. And they're beating on the ground. The mole's sitting down underneath hiding. Finally, the warriors give up and they leave. And it's just the medicine people sitting there with their sticks up and they're waiting. Finally, it starts to get dark and they sit down and say, I don't think he's ever going to come back out. The mole does. He peeks his head out and he looks and says to the medicine person, but when he comes out, I'm going to smack him in the head and get rid of him. And the mole went back underneath the ground. And this way, that's why mole stays under the ground, because he still thinks everybody's after him for his love potion. So whenever you're mowing your lawn one time and you set the, that's that mole still trying to hide underneath you because he thinks you got blaze now to try to take him out. And that's the story about why the mole lives under the ground.